Hey, everybody. Ruh-roh. Who's here? Who's here? Hey, so I just wanted to do this live stream today. John, how are you? So I'm sitting here and I can see you in here and I can talk to you. So this is great. So I'm not out and about. So this is actually a planned conversation. Ranger, Texas News, how are you? Hope things are good for you down there. So yeah, who knew? I mean, today is National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day, and I really think we really need to celebrate this day. And disclaimer right off the bat, I mean, this is going to be full of just rich sarcasm, but I think it's relevant sarcasm. Because there's a lot of good points to be made about how much we really appreciate law enforcement and all they do to activate people that once thought, law enforcement were the good guys. So where are all the good guys, right? I mean, there's so many. I don't even know where to start. So I'm hopeful that you will highlight some of your favorite law enforcement people as well. So I wanted to celebrate Tim Carlson, the chief of police in Westminster, because this man is so incredible and so powerful that he has done so many great things for so many people, that I think we should talk about him. And I think we should continue to talk about him. Because he's a very important person right now in the law enforcement world. So some of you probably already know, and if you don't, it's great news that the family of Timmy Henley will be represented by some brave attorneys now that are going to sue the city of Westminster and the two police officers responsible for murdering Timmy Henley. Those two police officers are Louis Engelberg and Chris Hempelman. So this is a very good time in what the family needs to happen. But it's also a very good time to continue to highlight why these things are happening. And I know that there is a lot of discussion and debate around just simply giving up in activism when it comes to holding police accountable. But I'm not going to give up because they're still here. We still have to deal with them. And the less we focus on the issues, the more leverage we give the police to continue to behave in ways that they're going to continue to get away with. So getting on, social media and screaming and yelling and going out there and screaming and yelling at them, that's great. It accomplishes nothing. Calling for the random killing of police and judges, it accomplishes nothing. In fact, it has the opposite effect, because what people are demanding from the police, that they police in a peaceful way and turn around and call for the murder of the police, seriously, people, it's dumb and it's serving no purpose. But we should still celebrate all the good things that law enforcement does to activate people that typically aren't activated. So that's why I want to highlight Tim Carlson, because I think his career has run its course, and I think he should retire now because he's done such great work and has produced a police force that is consisting of rapists, murderers, cops that have a long history of excessive force, while he chooses to ignore it. So Tim Carlson gave a presentation the other night at the study session of the Westminster City Council meeting, and what it was supposed to entail was a presentation on the department's use of force policies and discussion around body-worn cams. Well, his discussion was so great that I just want to continue to highlight why he's definitely not serious in his police department. So I don't know if you knew this or not, but Tim Carlson, he's had such a great career that he's been with Westminster for 30-some years. And he was promoted to chief back in 17 after serving, I think it was close to 10 years as a deputy chief over patrol. So the fact that this chief, way through the ranks after starting in patrol for the same agency in 1987 and becoming the chief, tells you that he knows every single thing inside and out about that police department. He's so smart. I mean, that's great. We should celebrate that. Do we celebrate the fact that Chief Carlson went into his position as the chief of police knowing every single problem that existed in that police department? Yes, we should celebrate that. I also think we should celebrate his firing, because that's what I'm going to call for. Because we're going to celebrate Tim Carlson getting fired or retiring from his position in Westminster, because he is the problem. If not for Tim Carlson, Louis Engelberg wouldn't have been out on the streets, because Louis Engelberg had a long history of excessive force. And Tim Carlson sat in this presentation the other night and said that he's dealt with these people swiftly in his department. Who wouldn't want to celebrate that? That's word judo. He's a liar. Do we celebrate him being a liar? Sure, we can celebrate that when he gets fired. So now that this shift has occurred in Westminster, and there's this long documented history of poor leadership, I think it's time to celebrate people stepping up and recognizing the facts and pointing out the problem. The problem is leadership. And if this is the kind of leadership that law enforcement wants, the people are going to have to address that, because law enforcement isn't going to address that, people, and neither are the elected officials, unless you hold them accountable. So when you go to the Westminster City Council meeting at any given time, no one is there to point out the facts. No one is there to look at all the electeds in the eye, give them the facts, since they're apparently too lazy to do it for themselves. Give them the facts of how this police department has gotten to where it is today. And then ask them, what are you going to do about it? They don't like it when you look them in the eye. They don't like the pressure, but they need it. But instead of putting on the pressure, we just throw our hands up in the air and say, no, there's nothing we can do. They all should die. Wrong. There is a lot we can do. So, and I have a long list. They're physical aggression. We got to celebrate it. It makes perfect sense, you guys. Today is Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. So I think you should highlight who you appreciate the most and why, and continue to bring awareness to it. So that's my live stream for today. And hey, Tim Carlson, you're super awesome. We'll see you soon.